Cannizzaro reaction. What is it? We are having a Cannizzaro reaction. So whensoever we are talking about the Cannizzaro reaction, okay, then what to do there in the Cannizzaro reaction? There should be no alpha hydrogen to any of the reactant. Suppose I am taking there C6H5CHO and again I am taking C6H5CHO. They both are containing no alpha hydrogen and we are giving its reaction in the concentrated NaOH or 50% NaOH. So this one will undergo the disproportion reaction. Undergo the disproportion reaction. So one will undergo, yes, one will undergo this one. Oxidation, by oxidation it becomes C6H5CONA and another one will undergo reduction. By the reduction, aldehyde will change to the alcohols. Clear students? This is the Cannizzaro reaction. The Cannizzaro reaction, both the reactants should be same, but these both the reactants should not have any alpha hydrogen. Clear? Now same way students, now we are having a cross Cannizzaro reaction. What is it? We are having a cross Cannizzaro reaction. Might be now you are getting my point, what I want to say you over there. But whenever we are talking about the cross Cannizzaro, in the cross Cannizzaro, both the reactants should be different. And but just remember, try to take always one HCOH. Reaction becomes easy. Okay, the next one it will be. Now you see, they both are not containing any alpha hydrogen, but reactants are different. Okay, now here with the NaOH, I am writing that is a 50% or concentrated NaOH. Now beta, one will undergo oxidation, one will undergo reduction. Just remember, try to do the oxidation of HCHO because both side hydrogen is here, its oxidation becomes easy to do. And next one will undergo the reduction. Okay, this one is undergoing the reduction. Will become HCOONA and this one will give C6H5CH2OH. I hope you are getting my point. But this is a cross Cannizzaro reaction. What is it? Cross Cannizzaro reaction. But both the reactants are different and both are not containing alpha hydrogen and preferably formaldehyde should undergo the oxidation. Why? Because both sides they are containing the hydrogens. Is that clear? Is that clear to you all? Okay. Then after that, after this one, students, now we are having next one. Next one is okay. Good morning, students. Once again to all of you. So let's start new one. That is a intramolecular Cannizzaro reaction. What is it? Intramolecular Cannizzaro reaction. So whensoever we are talking about the intramolecular Cannizzaro reaction, I think it's same like a intramolecular aldol condensation. So what to do there in this case, buddy? In this case, we are going to use only one molecule. What we are going to use? We are going to use only and only one molecule from there. Just see all of you, please. See, 2 carbonyl group is there only and only in a one reactant. This is known as glycoside. GLYOX like glycoxide. Okay, then along with the concentrated NaOH. Now here you must see all of you better. One of the O will go into the reduction and one O will undergo the oxidation. Okay, then what is going to make the product? Here HCOH. Oh yes or no? Then here will become COONA. And we can give its reaction to the dilute HCl to change it into the HCOH and COOH plus NaCl. Clear? This is called intramolecular Cannizzaro reaction. Again, but you see no alpha hydrogen, but both the carbonyl group within the same molecule. Clear, student? After that, student, we are having one of that very important reaction. Now, please you can write that in the note also. That sometimes what we are saying that there is a reaction, modified form of Cannizzaro reaction will be there when all the aldehydes with or without the alpha hydrogen can undergo the Cannizzaro reaction with the treatment of aluminium ethoxide. Once again, modified form of Cannizzaro reaction when all the aldehydes, even they are having alpha hydrogen or they are not having alpha hydrogen, they can undergo Cannizzaro reaction, but in the presence of aluminium ethoxide, and this is known as Tischnikow reaction. Tischnikow reaction. Okay, student, you see please all of it. Suppose I am writing it CH3CHO CH3 CH2. Clear? Now both they are containing alpha hydrogen, and they are usually now occurring this reaction in the aluminium ethoxide OC2H5 twice. This is the aluminium ethoxide. What is it? Aluminium ethoxide. Then what is going to happening over there बेटा? क्या बनेगा हमारे पास? देखो ध्यान से. So what usually they are saying. So in this case we are going to form CH3 COH and C2H5OH. तो कैसे बना? सेम किया बेटा, इसकी ऑक्सीडेशन कर and one is undergoing the reduction. Cannizzaro reaction हुई है, so Cannizzaro, but special case is in the presence of aluminium ethoxide. This is undergoing oxidation and this is undergoing the reduction. This one we form. This is the carboxylic acid. This is the alcohol, and you know very well. Okay, when we are removing the water from there, then there will be the formation of ester. CH3 COO C2H5. Clear? COO C2H5. This is called ester. We have formed the ester from here. This is the Tischnikow reaction. Tischnikow reaction is a modified form of the Cannizzaro reaction. Just remember, what is it? It is a modified form of the Cannizzaro reaction. Clear, students? Okay. Then after that, we are having the last part of the chemical property, that is some other reaction. Okay, and in the other reactions, we are having one last reaction is there. Substitution reaction of the benzene. What is it? In the other reaction that we have written there, substitution reaction of the benzene which contain aldehyde or keto group. Clear? That reaction now we are going to start. Now you see please all of you, and one thing more there, aldehyde and ketonic group. Aldehyde or ketonic group are meta-directed. What they are? Just remember, they are meta-directed. This is due to their resonance structure of aldehyde and the ketone. Let it be, first of all, I am doing the halogynation. What I am going to do to their halogynation. Now when I am going to do the halogynation, this is the aldehyde group. Okay. So when it is undergone the halogynation with the Cl2, in the presence of FeCl3, then what will be the product over there? But a Cl can come at the meta position. Simple. So it will give CHO, Cl plus HCl. Fine, same way you can take a ketone also, COCH3 plus Cl2. Same way. Then what is going to come over there? Here again Cl will come. COCH3 Cl at the meta position. This was the halogynation. What was it? Halogynation. Students, same way we can also do the nitration. See, at the place of halogynation. Now what I am going to write there? Nitration. As you know very well, in the nitration, what to do there? we are going to give the reaction with the concentrated HNO3. What we are going to do? The reaction with the concentrated HNO3 in the presence of concentrated H2SO4. Then there will be NO2 group at the meta position. What will be there? At the meta position, there will be the NO2 group. Yes. S4 group. What will be there? NO2 group at the meta position. Is that clear? This is called nitration. What do you call it? Nitration. Same way, student. Last part is there we are having. That is called sulfonation. What do you call it? Sulfonation. I think everybody is knowing now. Sulfonation means reaction with the concentrated H2SO4. Reaction with the concentrated H2SO4. You see please. Concentrated H2SO4 heated. Then again with the concentrated H2SO4. Then again you heat it. Then what is going to come over there? There will be the SO3H. There will be the SO3H. Okay, SO3H will come at the meta position. And but a side product is the light water. In the previous case also it was light water. Here also it is the light water. Clear? So this all were the chemical properties of aldehyde and the ketones. Okay, students. Thank you. Thank you very much to all of you.